No one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing?
It was a singular moment in American political history, an evening when the usual chaos and theatrics of Washington paused for just a few breathless heartbeats. The setting was the White House Correspondents' Dinner, an event typically reserved for lighthearted jokes, witty roasts, and polite applause. Yet on this particular night, the energy in the room felt more like a heavyweight bout than a standard banquet. For months, Donald Trump had dominated the media cycle, relentlessly targeting President Barack Obama, questioning his birth certificate, mocking his academic credentials, and framing himself as the louder, more competent alternative. He didn't merely criticize policy, he attacked the man. And the media, driven by outrage and viral soundbites, followed every move. As the two men finally occupied the same room, sitting only tables apart, the world watched, expecting a clash of egos or an explosion of anger. Trump sat stony-faced, arms crossed, prepared for confrontation, while the audience braced itself for chaos. Yet Obama approached the podium with calm, steady grace, adjusting the microphone as if he carried the weight of unshakable self-assurance.
There was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night.
As Obama scanned the room, his gaze fixed on Donald Trump, the atmosphere shifted to a hush so profound that the faint clinking of silverware could be heard. Rather than defending his record point by point or producing the documents Trump demanded, Obama delivered a response that was measured, deliberate, and rooted in a principle rarely seen in modern political theater. His voice was calm, rhythmic, and confident, and he used humor with surgical precision to expose the absurdity of the attacks. The audience erupted in laughter as he weaved sharp wit into his critique, exposing the weakness in Trump's aggressive spectacle. Then, leaning slightly into the microphone, Obama delivered the line that redefined the encounter. Real leadership is not about insults or volume, but about responsibility, results, and respect for the people you serve. This sentence alone crystallized the night, demonstrating how true authority contrasts sharply with performative aggression.
What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
In that instant, the energy in the room transformed. The laughter gave way to a collective realization. The contrast between the two men could not have been more stark. On one side, a figure who thrived on spectacle, loudness, and domination. On the other, a man who exuded steadiness, patience, and unshakable confidence. By refusing to meet Trump on his terms, Obama highlighted the vast difference between performance and governance. His subsequent remark about firing Gary Busey on The Apprentice added another layer of sharp, contextual wit that left the room roaring with approval. Yet the lasting impression remained the earlier message of responsibility and respect. Clips of the moment spread quickly, not as a trivial burn, but as a testament to thoughtful leadership. A return to the kind of measured dignity that many had feared lost in contemporary politics. Analysts later noted the strategic brilliance. Insults only hold power when they are returned, and by maintaining composure, Obama nullified Trump's provocation.
I don't think it's restricted, by the way, to Mr. Trump. I mean, I find it interesting that everybody's focused on Trump primarily just because he says in more interesting ways what the other candidates are saying as well.
By remaining calm, Obama denied Trump the reaction he craved. The culture, addicted to constant noise and outrage, saw silence and self-control as weapons more potent than anger or volume. His composed demeanor became the defining image of the night, a model of leadership under extreme pressure. Strength, he demonstrated, does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it manifests through patience, clarity, and self-control, qualities that resonate universally, transcending politics. The older generation in particular recognizes the power of measured words and unshakable poise. In every deliberate gesture and carefully chosen sentence, Obama showed that dignity is not weakness, and calm is not surrender. It is control. By controlling the narrative, he forced his critic to react, while he remained the orchestrator of the encounter, proving that true power lies with those who can stay stillest and clearest under scrutiny.
You gotta win. You know, I've watched a lot of people, leaders, great leaders. And, you know, the one thing about sports is you break it down into, you know, a 2-hour period, something nice. You don't have to wait a lifetime to find out is somebody a winner or a loser. You got a lot of losers, mostly losers.
Ultimately, the night provided a masterclass in leadership, communication, and strategic presence. Obama's performance went beyond mere political theater. It illustrated a timeless lesson in authority and influence. The room witnessed that responding with temper or mimicry only amplifies chaos, while deliberate, thoughtful engagement commands respect. By focusing on responsibility, results, and the people served, rather than on provocation or retaliation, Obama demonstrated the essence of effective leadership. The exchange became a defining moment, not for who could yell louder or deliver sharper insults, but for who could embody restraint, intelligence, and respect under intense pressure. In doing so, he offered the audience and the country a clear demonstration of how leaders should navigate conflict, criticism, and public scrutiny, leaving a lasting impression that true authority comes from measured action, not mere volume.